pero nabuhay ng nabuhay yung FEU. No? And they started to believe from around that 17-16 point, when they had that 3-point lead, they kind of started to believe, okay, now we're in this.
And you saw it. I mean, I'm sure everybody saw it. Like their eyes, the body language.
It changed totally. The fans got into it. The coach was pumping his fist, Coach George. So now we are at 1-1, and FEU getting the first point here in set number 2. And they showed, you know, these veterans from FEU showed some pride in that set number 2 and some fight. Now, how will Ateneo respond? That is what we're going to see here in set number 3. Buding. Mababa pero lumusot. Karandang. Tolentino. That is out.
Good try by Karandang.
Sometimes all you need in volleyball, because it's such a quick game, is a little burst, a little spurt, a little run to change the complexion of the game. What seems to be so lost now in that first set, where they were down by 12, as much as 12. Nothing going. 1 attack point, did you say, in that first set?
Yes, just 1 attack point for FEU.
10 more in set number 2. Samonte, mababa.
And these are the things that weren't happening as much with Ateneo in the first set. Yung mga attack errors na yan, hindi natin yan nakita. But maybe the way FEU played in the second set, it also cast some doubt, you know, in the way Ateneo plays.
Captain
Checking with
Malabana,
Sydney Crespo,
back at
who
the
is
line.
for sure happy after that second set win.
With FEU finally bringing some fire in the game, it was still Heather Quino's variation that started the spark for the green and gold squad. For Heather, it was only this year in her 5th playing year where she felt 100% confident in her decision-making, letting her variations be effective for the team. She said in the last 4 years, she wasn't as efficient in reading plays of the other team. Hence today, she will surely maximize this skill to lead her team to another win and give the FEU community another chance to the finals bid. Bumanan?
I like that you pointed that out, Sydney, because you and I, Anne, have covered her whole collegiate career, and that is probably the description in the first 4 years. There are times that she was tentative about herself. She wasn't as confident. This is the year where you saw her that there is confidence. And all it has to is to come out, and it really came out this year for Ginoo. And they wanted in this match too to extend this to a knockout on Wednesday. Let's check with the other side. Franny Reyes from the Ateneo side.
That was a rocky set for the Lady Eagles. FEU was able to adjust and challenge Ateneo's defense. Now, Bea De Leon has been a steady force for them, really living up to her role as captain, even though she wasn't used as much in practice last night. But we also saw rookies take over in that set like Vanny and Jaja, showing the vets that they've got their back. If the Lady Eagles want a better third set, they need to continue that momentum from the rookies. And according to Coach O, also re-anchor themselves and go back to their fundamentals. You know, breathe. He's been talking to them about their mentality and their mindset, because he believes that focusing and having the right mindset will help them win today's game. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Franny. And speaking of BDL, she has 8 points on 5 attacks and 3 aces in this match. A double contact will be called on Tina Wong.
Catch and throw violation on Wong.
That may have been too much for the stretch for Wong.
He was out of position. Still tough to call. She was out of position there. Tried for the reverse all the way to the other side. Ayuna picks it up. Ginoo. Elise Ronquillo. Wong will bump it up. Tinulak pa kabila. Nasa panig ng FEU. Ginoo, sinuntok. Papunta kay Pongay. Madaya dumps it to the other side. Kayuna. Palitan lang tayo dito. Cat with a solid hit this time.
Through the block.
Through the block. 5-3 for the #1 team.
Right now, it's really nothing fancy for Ateneo, but they are going to their high percentage attackers.
Tolentino.
12 puntos para sa mga De Leon. De Leon, Madayag, nandyan. De Leon, sorry, and Tolentino. De Leon's behind the Tolentinos there in that picture earlier. Buding chases. Heather goes cross court. Cat takes it. Samonte with the approach. Elise Regalo! And a 3-point lead for Ateneo here at set number 3.
Wong right there at the right place at the right time.
Tolentino serving 6-3. That's too low. Oh, but somebody touched?
That's
oh,
a check.
And actually check. Set was a little bit low, actually. Let's look at that again. Scraping the fingertips. Sana may mishit din talaga si Villarreal. Ano? Wasn't set for her really perfectly.
That was a lucky point.
Good enough.
Maddie
But that was
Mateo.
set perfectly by Dina Wong to the graduating Nadi Madayaga. Net had the right idea. She was just late by a split second on that block attempt. 7 serving 4. You know, Pongay. Buding keeps it alive. Ginoo will send it to Elise. Hekiliana. Back to Gaston. Nobody behind. Yes. Ginoo was actually there for coverage. Wong. Matayag again. Kayuna. Heather. Back to Pongay. Wide on the cross court. Actually long on the cross court.
That was a good run though for both teams.
Clearly.
Now serving.
Long.
France. Ronquillo.
7-5 is our score. Ish. Ronquillo. Ginoo pops it up.
Oh, it's
Still
good.
alive with a left hand for Ginoo. Gaston. Ronquillo. Kayuna. Run and gun is
Pongay.
checked by Pongay.
Gaston with the block.
1-all. And they keep targeting ito si Ronquillo wherever she is for the first ball. Release from behind. And De Leon able to find another spot there. 9 points for BDL.
And Wong with 16 excellent sets in this match. And 3 points to go along with that.
Biggest lead of the set. 9-5. Wong. Gaston again. That is off the fingertips of Net Villarreal, and it's in anyway. As Agudo and Negrito will come back in for Kayuna and Ronquillo.
FEU.
5-point
Agudo
deficit
and
for the Lady
Kyle
Tamaraws.
Negrito back in.
Serving 5, rotation error, and that was that's painful because that ball went out, I believe.
Yeah, could have been their point easily.
Coach Ray Diaz, assistant coach Ray Diaz of FEU, is confirming that and saying that it wasn't, it shouldn't.
Ayos natin, ayos. Sige.
Referee Obed
Okay
Javier.
na. Okay na. Tama naman eh. Tama na.
There's no violation. So that should be a let ball, but yun nga yung masakit doon.
Coach, paki-rectify yung
Okay na,
position.
okay na. Ayos na.
Positional fault talaga.
Hindi,
Let ball.
A let ball. It was a mistake made by the referee.
Yan, i-correct natin. Hindi pwedeng lalapit yung coach doon. Ha? Sige ha.
Okay, so
Yellow card
warning
called
called on head coach
on
George
second
Pasqua.
year coach George Pasqua.
You can hear the crowd cheering on. But I guess, Boom, at this point, what matters is for FEU to manage to get a point.
And the players should stay focused. It's good reaction. No, but they're gonna call a lift. Obed Javier was the one. Actually, no, it's a legal hit. It was nag-step daw pala. Ayun, Obed showing that PDL stepped over.
Or may have crossed the line.
Ayun,
Yes.
si Bongay. Ayun, pareho pala
Survey.
sila.
Oo.
Jeanette.
The whole
Villarreal.
foot on the other side of the court.
So we go back to what George Pasco was saying in the previous timeout. Let me worry about the referees. The players have to stay focused. And unfortunately, they sent that serve out.
And in cases like this, I mean, they won. They had a very bad first set. Nabawi na ng second set. In the third set, I guess there's that danger that Ateneo will, manage na bawian sila. So kailangan gumising eh. Kailangan bawian sila agad. So FEU has to be steady all throughout the set.
Wow. Couple of service errors here. Bigayan ng puntos. So that means 7 will be serving 11. Here on the side, Coach O is calling a play. Coach George naman is telling the girls to focus. Micah Ebon in uniform but will not play today. Agudo with a very good first serve, or a very good serve rather, sorry. Samonte with a better first ball. Widing will go back to Heather. Cross court and it drops in.
Ginoo goes cross court.
Heather Ginoo with 9 points in this match. That is a great angle, and Bongay thought it was going to sail out. Down 2 are the Lady Eagles. Oh, sorry, are the Lady Tamaraos rather. The Lady Eagles lead is down to 2. Ravenna will send it for the high sky ball. Negrito, Karandang with a push. Negrito will open to Malabanan. Ravenna will set it. Bongay, that's low.
Not over.
3-0 run. No, check that. That's a 5-1 run all in all, because we were at 10-5 kanina, no?
And you see the players on the floor for Ateneo, they're trying to calm themselves down.
Tolentino,
Back to you, Block.
access denied. And 11 all, and FEU crawls back into this match. After battling with the referees earlier, they've regained their focus and have now taken over the lead.
And what FEU has been taking advantage of, it's their strong and consistent serve. They've really challenged the first ball of Ateneo.
Which is again, going back to our conversation in the pregame, that will be essential to them because they need all the free points that they can get as PDL fights back and gets it to tie again, 12 all. Bumping up her team. Stay positive here. One set all, 12 all. Cannot be any tighter than this in the Final Four right now. Grito sends it to the other side. That's tough.
Oh.
That is tough. That's a...
And from the release of the ball, no topspin at all from Malabanan.
13-12. Bongay Gaston now on deck to serve. It's a good serve. Buding is there to dig though. Or to receive rather, and BDL
With the block.
responding again. The lead is back to 2. Right at our Gatorade hydration checkpoint. Coach George calls the timeout.
Dito puro diretso. So, pinipili lang. Pag nagtanong lang,
Lady Tamara.
dito na po lang. Okay? Nandun yung receive natin. Ano natin? O back quick. Yung outside, punta kayo dito para nandun yung dalawang blocker eh. Okay? Liwanag. Then execute lang. Liwanag. Then, girls, checkayin muna natin sa block. Depensa sa taas, depensa sa baba. Pag nagbalikan ng bola, mas lamang tayo sa kanila sa balikan ng bola. Kasi kailangan lang magkaroon ng mahabang rally. Ha? Okay, let's go.
14-12 is our score. Here's that block by BDL on Sarina Carandang.
That's Arcelia, goalkeeper of the Ateneo football team.
In attendance, the
In
football
attendance.
players are also here.
It's nice to see that, you know, a lot of the athletes like really support fellow athletes from the other sports.
Good timeout again by Coach George Pascua. Freezing or icing the server, which forced Gaston to serve a long ball.
Substitution, FEU.
So the lead is down to 1.
Ayuna and Ronquillo. In for Agudo and Negrito.
Jeremy Malabanan. FEU, their 5th straight Final Four appearance. 22 overall. Ayuna with a pickup. Ronquillo did not force the issue and gets a point and ties it again at 14.
Sometimes it's the simplest things that can get you the point.
That's in.
Service, ace.
Seemed like it was on its way
Malabanan.
out, but the ball still found its place.
So FEU takes over the lead and at 15-14.
And if you're an FEU fan, this is the kind of game you want to see from the
Substitution,
Lady
Ateneo.
Tamaraos.
Danny Gandler backing for Samonte.
Candler is back. She had a great showing in that second set, even if they lost that one. 3-0 counter run by Malabanan. Reverse set. Tolentino forces that
Tolentino.
one. They're going to pound
Off the
that
block.
ball to get the side out. As I
Now
said,
serving.
Ateneo,
Captain
10th straight
De Leon.
Final Four appearance, 11 overall. They made their first in Charo Soriano's last year in season 70. Then they missed it in season 71 the next year. And then, of course, the Fab Five happened and tuloy-tuloy na nag-Final Four itong mga to until, of course, the Eliza Valdez era. Did not make the finals last year. Booted out by this team. The FEU Lady Tamaraos. 15 all. Ronquillo, soft attack. And nagulat yata ang nasira yung timing ni Gandler dun sa soft attack na yun. So second technical timeout. It is FEU with the lead, 16-15. Well, you just missed a Sarina Carandang ace and a 2-point lead for FEU here. And Vanny Gandler will go back to the bench as soon as she checked in,
Substitution,
she was the
Ateneo.
one being targeted
Samonte, back
by
in
the
for
servers of
Gandler.
FEU. Tolentino
Cross-court kick.
fires a bullet
Tolentino.
to answer back.
He needed that point right away.
Oh, we are in a tug of war right now. It is a far cry from what we experienced in the first set. Now, these two teams are battling. Nobody having any clear edge in the last two sets in terms of momentum. Ateneo ties it again at 17 after that error.
Cayuna and Ronquillo did not connect in that play. Sayang yung gano'n, no? Especially in a set as close as this.
And another service error by Ateneo. 3 service errors here in the set, giving another point to FEU, 18-17. Heather Ginoa and the rest of the Lady Tamaraws have to win today and on Wednesday if they want to make the finals. It's in their hands right now and in the lead, 18-17. Elise! It's out,
That's
but
a
the
check.
linesman here
That's
says there's a check.
Ronquillo.
Oliver Mora says there's a check. So that means that's a 2-point lead for the FEU Lady Tamaraws right now. You know what I feel like what's happening? FEU is really lulling Ateneo into their kind of game.
And so far, it has worked.
Heather
Right? Because the first set
Ginoa.
was the Ateneo kind of game. We're going to attack. We're going to keep the pace going. We're going to block. In the last two sets, it seems like FEU is just lulling Ateneo to this pace, to this kind of game, and
Substitution.
taking the
Ateneo.
lead at the perfect time. Ito na
Gotcha.
naman tayo.
Maragino
Nandun na naman tayo
and
sa
Erica
3-point lead nila.
Gaagas
Katulad
in
ng
the
set
game.
number 2.
So more than Ateneo dictating the pace, now what FEU is trying to do is make Ateneo react to the things that they're doing.
It's a good point. 3-point lead. And a good serve again by Ginoo. Raagas is in the ball game for the first time, and that hits the antenna. And that is now the biggest lead of FEU in any set. Volleyball team.
Ginoo.
Solis with
Yep.
Ray Diaz, the coach, of course, kanina, as they enter the finals for the first time since 2013. In the meantime, yung lady counterparts nila, lamang ng apat, what are they doing right now?
I think for one, at the service line, kung papansinin natin, even Agudo earlier had a good run at the service line. And that, making sure na may karga yung serve nila, pinahirapan ng Ateneo. And Ginoo earlier in that run was the same case. And I think the fact that now they're getting smarter in terms of how they deliver their offense to Ateneo, hindi lang basta-basta papalo.
And it's Ginoo again, delivering. That is her 12th
Substitution.
point
Ateneo.
in the match,
Wong
and the biggest lead
Tolentino
of FEU
back in.
in this whole match at 5-22-17.
And she's still at the service line, Boom.
And she is one of the better servers of FEU. And then,
I
on
jinxed
cue.
it, did I?
I think it was me.
Hopefully not.
I'll take it, Anne. Just saying, one of the better servers of
But
FEU.
she's been there for a while
Quite
now.
a while.
So she's been consistent. Maybe that's adrenaline.
So now it's 18-22. Good serve by Samonte. Cayuna goes on the offense. Wong, Gaston, Buding. Samonte dives. Gaston will attack. Malabanan has been steady there, the back row. Elise is sent back. Cayuna checks her runner. It is Villarreal who scores on the run and gun.
Cayuna has been making good calls when it comes to the plays that they've been executing.
The FEU crowd here is outnumbered, but they're all standing up here behind us.
And why not? This is
A 5-point
a
lead
5-point lead.
at a crucial juncture of the match too. It is an 8-3 run for FEU. Make that
Maddie
8-4 after
Mabaya.
that Maddie kill. Remember, Ateneo only needs to win today to make it to the finals. They've had the twice to beat advantage in season 74, 75, 78, and 79. They have not lost when they have the twice to beat advantage. They've always made it to the finals when they've had the twice to beat. Gaston is sent back. She goes long, but it's too long. She made the adjustment after the block, but it was too long. And now, back to a 5-point lead, and more importantly for FEU, set point and a 2-1 possible lead here in their Final Four matchup.
Point.
Gaston again. Cayuna to Heather. Samonte solid on the dig. Gaston will try through the block. Ronquillo. Pinamigay ni Cayuna.
Oh.
At nautakan sila ni Wong, saving a set point.
With a 1-2 play.
What action here. Coach George will call a timeout. He wants a sure offensive set here. Cayuna, run and gun for Sarina. Tolentino launches. And Ronquillo unable to stabilize that dig.
Keeps it alive.
Lady Eagles trying to get back here 1 point at a time.
No room for errors for the Lady Eagles.
One of the rare timeouts of Coach George Pascua that did not produce a point. Buding will bump it to Malabanan. That is tough. Hekiliana with a tough dig. Gaston too high. Cayuna pushes Carandang away. Hekiliana will send it to Tolentino and nobody home. And here come the Lady Eagles. Down 5, now down 2.
And for FEU, now is not the time for them not to communicate. Nakita natin, no? At that point, they were all just staring at each other.
They've got to be solid. They've got to be more focused.
Oh,
But that is painful for Ateneo. Tina Wong sends it to the net.